Welcome back to another news update where we give you all the Dolphins news you need to know about. Ooh, we got a juicy pile of news here today. It's some really good news. So let's start with the Dolphins have set up a lot of visits with a lot of draft prospects, starting with Malik McDowell, the defensive tackle from Michigan State. He's actually a really versatile defensive lineman. But the Dolphins reportedly they still really want a player to rotate behind Jordan Phillips, to play behind Ndamukong Suh. They are not 100% sold on Jordan Phillips being the answer starting next to Suh. Obviously, Jordan Phillips has suffered from motor issues and effort issues throughout his career, and they're still looking for that guy to play next to Suh. And we're paying Suh all this money. We better find somebody who can play next to him and fix this run defense. And Malik McDowell had an outstanding year in Michigan State. He had like 7 TFLs. He was a disruptor on Michigan State's defensive line. He's projected to go late in the first round. He might drop to the second round. I wouldn't want to take a defensive tackle at 22. I think there's some other better edge rushers there. They are also setting up a visit with Josh Jones, the safety from North Carolina State. They're still looking into safety. I think it's maybe for insurance. Obviously, TJ McDonald's not going to play for almost half the year. He's not going to play for 8 games. So I think they're still being as thorough as they can in this draft, which is really good. Josh Jones had a very productive year at North Carolina State. I think he had 3 interceptions. I think he had like 3 or 4 TFLs. He had a very productive year there. They also are setting up a safety that I really like out of Texas A&M, Justin Evans, who had a very productive year in the SEC. He had 4 interceptions with 7 TFL. He's a ball hawking safety. He's a good coverage guy. I don't know if he's not the greatest against the run. He's struggled with tackling at times, so that might be somebody we work out. But I think he had a very productive year in the SEC, which is very hard to do. It's not easy to do. And moving on from that, I think. Oh no, those are all the visits. Yeah, those are all the visits. Moving on from that, here's the story that a lot of Dolphins fans need to hear. And the Dolphins are unlikely to sign. This next report comes from the Palm Beach Post. The Miami Dolphins are unlikely to sign Zach Brown, which is obvious, I think. Mike Tannenbaum has said, quote, "The lion's share of our focus right now is on the draft." The Dolphins are extremely far apart in a price point with Zach Brown. Zach Brown wants to earn around $6 mil annually. The Dolphins are only willing to give him $3 to $4 mil annually, the difference in that is ridiculous. But money is money, and we don't think he's worth that much. And he's a great player. I wish he would become a Dolphin, but his market is it's dead right now. The Dolphins aren't worried about him anymore. They've moved on, and they're focusing on the draft. So unless he comes to them with a deal, or his agent contacts them, it's looking very unlikely that the Dolphins will sign Zach Brown. So that's gonna be it, guys. I am Sky Extra 1083, and I'll see you guys in the next one.